Snap on first down, wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Riley. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Using his legs, it's Shepard. Defense all over him. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Motion from the wideout. Here's Williams to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Gets the back moving. Fresh set of downs going up top. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on second down. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The give. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Going to take a shot. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right side, it's Anderson. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throwing, Williams. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
inside. It's Butler. There he goes. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams. Trying to get behind the defense. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. Changing the routes with his receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Butler. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Washington right back to the line.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Got it down the field. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Williams unloads to the right. Makes the catch. It's James.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
The Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Quarterback keeper. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. He gets a hand on it.
Yeah, and a lot of times in field goal block, you load up one side, they load up the left side, push all the guys backwards, slip through the crack, get their hand up, and get the big block. Nice job.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Off play action on first down. Out wide right, it's Miller. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
And that's a really good job by the quarterback, man. You run the play action, you want to take a shot. Nice job taking the check down. Running back does the rest and chews up some yardage.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. And he avoids the sack.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. This time he's got it. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Powers inside. Fights off a defender.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the 1st down.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo. Running the red zone, it's Riley. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Out wide left, it's Bowman. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the 1st without scoring. Keeps it himself. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They could tie the game here with a field goal, but instead looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, USC! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back.
Number 48, set to advance on the football.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Straight ahead, it's Shepard. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 4 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's the Buckeyes who are rewarded for feeding their star. For some reason, he plays better at home, and this team plays better at home, as they did today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Between the hashes, it's Napier. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Off-play action. Throws for the tight end. And the 3rd down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense. The Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll need a bunch on second down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Quick give. It's Shepard. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. Washington wants to go quickly. Third down from the gun, Williams. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Washington sends out the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. The running back has it. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
On the move, it's Riley. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Drops back on first down. Pulls it in. It's Napier. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
But, and he's got enough space. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Caught in the backfield. It's Shepard. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's loose down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown Trojans. Took it all the way back to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle.
That makes the score USC 24, Washington 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Wants to throw one first. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, you know, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me there, RD.
Finds us back in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Looking to throw. Right side, it's Riley. breaks into the open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
They'll move the wide receiver. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the right. Incomplete. They fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Turns it upfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Stepping to the right. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down to the air. Left side is Anderson. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Here comes the heat, and he never had a chance.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Finds his man. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They've moved it right to the edge, and they need one more yard for the touchdown on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
31, Washington, 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick the... Makes the grab in their space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. The Huskies will hustle to the line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to...
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Hits inside. It's Shepard. And he's brought down after a short gain. Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Williams from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's James. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Throwing, Williams. That's got it. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll line up to go for 2. Pushes for the goal line. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be dragged down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. How good have they been the last couple of drives? Took a close game, turned it into a blowout, and they have the football back. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Caught behind the line. It's Bowman. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now on first down from the 30. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his three-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Turns it upfield. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Running inside, it's Shepard. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Williams fires to the right. He's got it, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Nice move to keep running. Turning it on. Touchdown, Washington. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Motion from the wideout. Williams. Dangerous throw near the goal line.
Yeah, and that should have been a pick, but it really doesn't matter. The two-point play, man, you're trying to shove that thing in there. Even if it's a pick, it's okay, but you're trying to make a play to get those 2 points, and obviously he failed on that one, and it could have been an interception.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give.
Goes high to pull it in. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
36. First and goal, USC.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He wants to throw it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Quick strike through the air for the score.
USC. Number 1, hauls in the end zone.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's Williams to throw. Out wide left, it's Butler. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. From the gun, it's Butler. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Williams looking for a man. Oh, pressure's coming. Made a defender miss. Oh, he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.